Hey everybody, Dogbird here, back in Marvel Snap actually. So I've been playing a little bit. I've created a second deck. Once you get into Chapter 2 missions, you do have to create another deck. So I figured I'd take the time to look over this and I did with the cards I've gotten. So I've gotten some new cards. Professor X, you get him as a reward, at least I did. I'm not sure if it's always the same. America Chavez, I just got her. Interesting card. If you look at her ability, you always draw her on turn 6. She has made it into my deck currently. Odin's another card you get pretty quickly. And you actually have to put him into a deck for a mission. He's a good card though. So looking over, I'm actually taking Ant-Man because if you have if you fill up the room you're in with Ant-Man, you get another 3 power to him. He's also only a 1 cost. Makes him very useful for that. Misty Knight doesn't have any special abilities, but she does cost 1 and has 2 power, so always good to have. You know, when you want to use up that energy, Nightcrawler, you can move him around on the board. He only costs 1 and has 2 power as well. And Quicksilver, you always start your opening hand with him if you have him in your deck. This is one of the first cards you get. So again, another valuable card. I like these ones. I like these low cost cards. That means I can play the first few turns and start really getting my advantage. I really like the Sentinel card here, costing 2 power, but every time you use them you get another Sentinel back in your hand. This gives you more hand control because you have another card always to play that only costs 2 power. Ironheart, she gives 3 other cards plus 2 power. She costs 3 power, doesn't give any, doesn't have any power of her own. 3 energy, I mean. But this giving 3 other cards essentially 6 power is quite powerful. Wolfsbane, this one is one you want to play a little bit later or after you got the room built up a little bit if you know you have Wolfsbane, because you get 2 plus power for every other card you have in there. At needing 3 energy, it's not too bad. Plus then if you can build it up to a room where you always have 3 and this is the 4th card you play, it can be quite powerful. Mr. Fantastic is an absolutely great character. Of course, you'd rather put him in the middle room if you can, but if not, it doesn't matter. He gives other adjacent powers locations just an extra 2 power. Doesn't actually power up the cards. He only costs 3. Because I like to run those one energy cost cards, KSR is very useful for me. He gives me them extra 1 power to all of them. So, because I usually have a few out, he really helps. Iron Man costing 5 is absolutely a room winner for you. He will double your power location, whatever that is. I've had some matches where there's some rooms that duplicate him into another room. I wait to put him there and it's absolutely phenomenal. Odin's actually an incredibly good card. He's incredibly strong with 8 power. And on reveal, he makes the cards in the other locations do their reveal abilities again. For instance, you know, Iron Man would go again and do his thing again and double the power again. Kazar would get more power. Mr. Fantastic would get more power. Wolfsbane would get more power. That is what makes Odin such a good card, but unfortunately he is a 6 energy card, so that's going to be one of your last 2 cards. And the final card I just added, America Chavez. You might look at it and go 6, but she is very powerful at 10, but her real power is that you don't draw her until turn 6, always. You will always draw her on turn 6. You know you're going to have her in your hand. You're not guaranteed to have Odin, but you are guaranteed to have her. This does 2 things. This also thins my deck by 1, meaning my first 5 turns I'm only picking at 11 cards instead of 12 cards total that I could possibly have. So my deck thinning, so I have a little bit better odds of getting a card I might want or need. And then I know on the final turn I can then choose to play Chavez or not play Chavez. And having 10 power could be the move I need to make, or maybe I just keep the other cards around. Other interesting cards. Professor X is very interesting because he locks down the location. He does cost 5 energy though. So if it was later in the game, I could see situations where that comes in handy. White Tigress, she does add a 7 power tiger to another location. It's random. You don't know which one of the rooms he's going to go to, but she only has 1 power wherever you put her. Jessica Jones, if you know you're not going to play a card somewhere and you want to get 2 power in the next turn, go for it. It's okay. Unfortunately, Hulk is just pure power. So other cards, you mostly get them mostly. It's kind of interesting. I actually have two Colossus. I have a Colossus variant now. As you can see, there's two different Colossus, but so I guess I could technically run two Colossus? I'm not sure. I'll try that one day. Anyway, so with all the said, let's go and actually play. If you notice, I've changed my setup here so you can zoom in a little bit more because of this portrait mode. The full screen over here, but this is like kind of zooms in for you to show the cards. The only things being cut off here are end turn and retreat, and how much energy I currently am on, but I can adjust that a little bit more. You can kind of see my energy now. You can only see the room, miniaturized labs, and turn 3 and 4 or 5. You can't play any cards there, so you got to load it up beforehand. Now it's interesting if it says cards. Those things like Light Tiger, her summon does not count as a card, so it could go there. Can't play turn. Oh, what an interesting one. So we're going to be loading up this one, looks like, after turn 4, because after turn 4 you can't play here, and after turn 3 you can't play here. So let's just throw out the Sentinel. We'll get another Sentinel in our hand. I definitely would not have gone for that other room yet. Gonna have to save that till later. Domino's an interesting card I don't have. She does, it's an always draw on turn 2 card. Okay, so that's Mojo World, where it just gives you 100 power if you have the most energy there. I'm gonna throw out Mr. Fantastic, get him out in that middle room. Because my opponent hasn't played anything on that left side, he's probably gonna lose that room. Because that room is done. The middle room is now done too, so now it comes down to just this side. 4 energy. I could do one of two things. Throw Ironheart out with Nightcrawler. Hope I get some more power, or I can just throw Kazar down. Let's do that. He has 5 power. Let's power up the other one over Quicksilver over there. Alright. Let's see. Let's throw out Ironheart. And we'll throw out a Sentinel. We do have Odin for the final turn, or we can play Chavez. Now they have already filled up their side of the board of Mojo World. So we're going to know what their score is, and I can make a decision then. Let's see what Ironheart gives the power to. So I pretty much have won the first 2 rooms. The third and final room doesn't really matter. So I'm going to snap. If they're dumb enough to stay, I will get more cubes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw out... I'm just going to throw out Odin just so you can see how he works. Oh, no, my opponent can see it. Never mind, you're not going to get to see it. They figured out they had already lost the match. And then I was just going for free cubes. So we get to upgrade Misty Knight's card now. I don't know how it decides which card you get to upgrade. Boosters. Star-Lord boosters. Right. Let's play again. See who we get this time. Prompt Physician. I don't know if I'm playing bots or if it's a mixture of people and bots. I had a match just before. It definitely felt like a person. The strategy was way too good for a bot. 1, 2, and 3 cards can't be played there. So that's going to be a later room. So I'm actually just going to throw Misty Knight out since we have her. Doesn't matter if I throw Quicksilver or Misty Knight out there. Both the same cost, both the same power. When you're playing like this, when you don't know what the room is, you're taking a big gamble. So I actually got around the Hellfire Club because I put it out before it was revealed. My card does go there. Okay, so we're going to throw Quicksilver over here along with Ant-Man. And hope we fill that out to get Ant-Man's bonus, but it's not a necessary. So they put Medusa in there, who doubles her power if she's in the middle. What do we got? Mojo World, okay. And we pulled Odin. I'm just going to play Mr. Fantastic right in the middle. That is the perfect place to play him. And they did the same. So turn 4 is the first time we could put a card over on the left side. I'm going to choose though to go with a Wolfsbane in the middle. Wolfsbane will power up. They want Rocket and Ironheart. Okay, so we have Iron Man. That's going to reactivate, so that would be a good card to play there. So I'm actually going to throw Iron Man over here on Mojo World. They'll think I'm just concentrating there. But I'm actually going to be going after that middle. I'm just going to play for the middle. Or do I want to drop Chavez and try to take... I'm going to try to take this one because nobody's played that on. I'm going to snap it too. Chavez of 10 power is pretty strong. They did not go for that. I pretty much concede at the middle. Ooh. So I guess we just had a draw. It gave me the victory. I don't know how it decided I got the victory. I'm not sure. Guess it goes by overall power. I'm going to have to watch the replay on that. Maybe ask the developers on that one. Let's see what happens this time. Wakanda, cards here can't be destroyed. So this one, let's gamble and go into the middle of Quicksilver. My opponent doesn't have any cards to play, so they didn't play him, I guess. We get to both draw an extra card. Okay, Wolfsbane. And we have Nightcrawler. So I'm going to throw Nightcrawler over here. I can always move him later. And I'm going to throw Ant-Man out to get him out. Colossus. And it's Mojo World. Alright, so I'm just going to play Mr. Fantastic again. Powering up either side. They play Mr. Fantastic. Not really the place we really don't want to put him. So I think the obvious choice here is to put Kazar over here on Wakanda. He's ignoring that. Or she. Power up Wakanda plus power up the other locations. Hulkbuster, you need another card so he like absorbs it, for lack of a better word. I'm actually going to throw the Sentinel and Ironheart over here in Mojo World. Let's snap also. They have Kazar. And Rocket Raccoon will get powered up because I played the cards there. There's my Sentinel. Of course, I get Chavez automatically. So they are at 115 points. I'm at 12 points. I have a 1 point lead in the first room, and then we have Wakanda. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw out Odin over here. Their really only move is to go into the middle. Because they can't do anything on Mojo World and they concede the battle. So only one Cosmic Cube for me this time. Not enough to upgrade Ironheart yet. I'm gonna... oh, let's see. Missions. Let's do one more battle for this video. I'm gonna try to keep this one shorter than my previous two videos. They were pretty long. Unless, of course, you like the longer videos, then let me know in the comments. Or come join me on Discord. Let me know. You can also sign up for the open beta on marvelsnap.com. Alright, so that's one we can move cards to. On turn 6, he played Nightcrawler. Cards here can't be destroyed, it's Wakanda. Let's just throw the Sentinel out. They moved Nightcrawler over to Wakanda, and they throw out Domino, and I throw out Sentinel. It automatically puts a card out from my hand, which was my Sentinel, and took their Mr. Fantastic. That sucks for them. I'm going to bring up my Mr. Fantastic in the middle. They have their own Sentinel. Alright, so we have 4 points right now. I am going to drop Misty Knight and Wolfsbane way over here. I should power up Wolfsbane pretty nicely, because Misty Knight will get revealed first, then Wolfsbane, getting that extra power.
Oh, snap.
So we need to use 5 points up here. I'm going to snap as well. I think I got a plan to win. First I need to place Sentinel over here, but then we can also move people around. And Ironheart's going to give out some power. We have Chavez now. We are winning by a point. We're winning by a lot over on the far side, and we can move cards around, don't forget, as needed. So what I'm thinking is I will bring Odin out in the middle, which will set off Mr. Fantastic and Ironheart. I'm going to move Quicksilver out. I'm actually going to put Wolfsbane over here as well, since I have so many points on that side. And then I'll throw Odin here, and hopefully this is good enough to win. Well, there's Ironheart to do her thing again. We played Hulk way over there. And it looked like I took an L on this one. That's my first defeat. Fortunately I lost 8 cosmic cubes for that. I do get to upgrade my Chavez. So that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to keep playing. Let me know if you like this video length, or if you want it even shorter or longer. Until next time, everybody.